Hi, my name is David Brand, and I'll be your guide as we go through how to access call recordings from within the customer portal. Let's get started. One quick note, call recording with 1 year of encrypted file storage and retention is included with your service. Recording can be enabled on specific portions of your system or system-wide to cover your specific needs. If you require more than 1 year storage, please contact your account rep for updated pricing. The first thing you'll see when you access the recordings page is you have options to filter by from and to time, as well as source and destination number. We have a number of other filters available via the funnel at the top right-hand corner. For this demo, we'll go ahead and enable all of those so that we can see all the different filter options that we have when searching for call recordings. Now that we have all the filter options, you can see what's available. We can also filter by the extension if you're looking for call recordings for a specific extension, either on calls that they made or received. You can filter based on caller ID, so the actual name of the caller that called in, if they did have a caller ID name displaying. You can filter based on DID. That stands for direct inward dial. That's going to be a list of the phone numbers on your system. So you can filter and look for calls to specific phone numbers on your phone system. If your system utilizes call queues, you can filter based on the queue that they went into, so you can look for call recordings that went to a specific queue. Of course, we still have our source number and destination number filters. You can also filter by duration, so you can set the minimum duration and the maximum duration of the call recordings that will display, and of course searching by call type. What we're going to do now is go through and just run the basic search using the set filters that we have here and see what displays. So when we click search, we have a number of different call recordings that show up here. Here you can see the date and time that the call occurred, the call type, and then some basic caller ID information. Caller ID, so that's going to be showing the name if it's available, the from, which is going to be that source number, the to, which is your destination number, the duration, and then of course we have some actions here. Depending on your account's HIPAA settings and your user privileges, some of these actions may be unavailable or hidden. Play is allowing you to actually play the call. So when you click play recording, you'll have an option that shows up and it'll actually play the actual recording. You have a share option, so we'll go ahead and click that and take a look to see what it does. So you have a number of different sharing methods. We can specify to attach the recording file to email, or we can also send a link to the file to be listened to online. When you're attaching the recording file to email, when you set that, you can choose to have that send to contacts that you have already saved on the system, or you can simply specify the email address of the recipient that you wish to send that file to. That will attach the actual audio recording file to the email, and then they'll be able to keep that. If you wanted to give them limited access so that they can listen to it but not download that, you can choose to send them a link to the file and then also set a link expiration. Now, in some instances you may want to set no expiration, but most commonly you'd want to say make that available for a limited period of time. So that link will only be accessible for 8 hours, 1 day, 3 days, 1 week, and 1 month. After that time, if they were to click the link in the email, it would show that it's expired, and then of course they can contact you if you needed to resend that to them. But for a number of different instances, this can be beneficial so that they don't have the actual file to save. Next option that we see within our actions is to download. Straightforward. So if you did want to download that file and save it to your local computer, then you can do that here. And then you can also delete the file. So that would delete and remove it from the system. Near the top of our table, we have options to limit how many entries are showing. Of course, in this example, we only have these 5 entries, so this isn't going to restrict that because we don't have less options there. But if you did want to, say, only see 10 recordings at a time, you can set it to that, and then of course just toggle through the pages when you have a series of recordings. Or if you wanted to search through those, you can enter into the search field at the top right-hand corner of the table here, and then look for, say, a specific extension number, or a name if you wanted, and it'll pull that information up on the screen. Thank you so much for joining us for this video. If you do have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us. We're always here and more than happy to help. Take care.